Bet sizing is a very crucial aspect when playing poker. What should the size of your bets be? These are a few tips on how you can play out your bets, which might result in positive EV decisions for you. The first thing is increase your pre-flop opening size when there is a weak player playing against you. You know that if there is a weak player who's someone who's like a calling station, calling everything, then and doesn't depend on the range that they're playing with, well, in case you're opening 2.5 bigs, now against them you should open 3.5 bigs. The reason being, you are basically reducing the SPR, you're getting in more money into the pot, which is basically plus EV for you. So make sure you're doing this. The second thing is always 3-bet bigger when you are playing out of position post flop. That is right, when you are out of position post flop, what happens is many times the opponent realizes their equity. So in case you are making a bigger 3-bet size, you are making them pay more money for that particular thing. So you want to size up your pot accordingly and make it difficult for them to bet with their medium strength hands. But in case you are in position, then at that moment your 3-bet size can be smaller, because again you want to put them in a tough spot that if they've got an average hand, you want to keep them in the pot as well and make sure that you're making them in a difficult situation for them. Overbet more often when you have the nut advantage. So basically here what I mean is that in case you feel you have a hand which has the potential to give you the nuts, you should always overbet in that particular situation. Overbet ranges should just be polarized. Either you have it or it's going to be a bluff. So in these situations, what you do is, in case you hit the nuts by the turn or the river, you have maximum potential money that you can win. But in case you do not hit it, you also have maximum fold equity with your bluffs. So make sure you're overbetting in these situations. The fourth tip is the stack to pot ratio should determine your bet sizing. That is absolutely right. You have to realize that what will the size of the pot be on the later streets, that's on the turn and the river, and this should determine how your bet sizing should be. Many players, maybe on the flop or on the turn, automatically in the first 2 streets put in so much money that by the time they're on the river, they have such tiny money left that there is no fold equity. You cannot bluff it off at that moment because the pot is already so huge, this SPR is really low. So make sure you're betting in that manner where you keep such an SPR where you can also have the option to bring in certain amount of fold equity and make the other players fold with your bluffs. These are some bet sizings which you can take care of so that you can determine your play accordingly.